A big hello as we welcome to the Celtic Crack Show, Mr. Frank McAvennie. Hello, Frank.
Hi, guys.
Frank, Jesus, can't believe we got you onto the show. Brilliant.
I know, mate, I know. I do anything for anybody now.
I know, with this lockdown here, there's nothing else to do.
To tell you the truth, I had to come on because I heard you had Joe Miller on, Tom Boyce. I thought I'd better waken up the listeners.
Oh, here, Jesus. Here, Tom will enjoy that one. Here, fair play. Wee Joe was brilliant. Wee Joe told us a couple of great yarns, and Tom's a good guy as well. But here, when it comes to razzmatazz, you've got it all, mate. Every bit of it.
Yeah, I did all right, didn't I?
I know you did all right. That's what I'm saying to Anton. When Anton says, here, Tony, I've got you, Frank. And I just went to myself, oh, Jesus, where do you start with Frank? You know what I mean? This is where you've got somebody that has touched everything in football and touched everything in the entertainment scene. You know what I mean? You've been absolutely brilliant. But here, listen, we'll go over a wee bit of your career, then you can throw in some of your funny stories as it goes along. Sounding up. Well, Frank McAvennie.
Where do you want me to start?
Right, well, of course, Glasgow boy, born November 1949.
49, man, yeah, get lost, 59.
I say, I was just checking. So you are listening, great stuff. Right, so it was 1959. Right, and of course, your footballing career, I don't know, I mean, you didn't play the later on. You know what I mean? You didn't play through youth football or anything.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you why, because I was a proper Celtic supporter. My dad, my uncle took me every week, home and away. And I loved it, you know. In the days it was great. Used to get lifted over the turnstiles, and it was. I just thought that was my world, you know. I was going to get a job. I had 14 jobs before I played football, you know.
Yeah.
And luckily I was old enough to go and moan. The game got cancelled, and the Celtic game was cancelled with a waterlogged pitch. And some of my pals were there. I seen them round the corner. 5 minutes from the stadium, they were saying, come and have a game of football. I says, nah, I can't be bothered. The manager asked me to come because they were short of players. He said he'll get me a couple of beers after it. I thought that would do for me. so that was it. I went away. And luckily for me, there was 5 scouts watching the boy that I was playing against. So I just ruined his life.
You started junior league football with a team called Johnson Borough.
Johnson Borough, they gave me, to be honest with you guys, they gave me £500 signing on fee. And I thought, you know, that'll do for me. What a good weekend I had. So it was, and that was it. And they got, to be fair, they got me a job.
Right.
You know, working in the council, I was tarring the roads, believe it or not.
I know, I'd seen that on profile there.
I used to tar the roads, but we were good workers in the days. We used to fill in all the potholes and all that. They don't do that now.
You know, I was thinking of a joke there, but I'll just pass by it. And
yeah, I've probably heard that.
I know, you probably heard it before. Right, so once you got to them, a wee move was being made in the background, maybe to bring you to St Mirren, but I heard on the grapevine that you went for a trial at Partick Thistle.
I had 2 trials at Partick Thistle.
Yeah. Who was there? Who was there at Partick Thistle?
Benny always the manager. Benny. He didn't do it right. Do you know what? He was horrible with person as a manager. He put me on a sub. Now, if you've got a trialist, you don't put them on a subs. You know, and then he took me off, and I knew that I was better than the team, you know, that he had. And he said to me, because I was a lot smaller than what I am now, and I hadn't built up yet. I hadn't filled out rather.
Right.
Yeah, he said to me, you're too small, you're not good enough. He says, you know, junior's your level. And I told him to piss off, basically.
How long did it take Bertie to tell you that? It must have been about 3 hours. You know what Bertie's like?
Oh, who's that?
Bertie. It must have took him about 3 hours to tell you them a couple of words.
Listen, it was just one of them. I was in the bath because he took me off, and I thought, bollocks to you. And I was in the bath, and he came in. He was that wee chin of his, that big chin, and he was talking to me, and I just put my head under the water. And that's when I decided that I was going to make it, because I knew that I was better than the players that were in the team. You know, I'm better than him. You know, I was a lot thinner at the time, but I still had more ability than him. So that was it. So
that's football, of it.
Back to the job, and then St Mirren came in and signed me. I got into trouble when I was at St Mirren. We were playing Morton on a trial. I was a trialist. It was my second. It was my third game actually, and I used to be a midfield player.
That's right. Yep.
And I was in midfield, and I get sent off. I had a scrap with this midfield player at Morton.
You're joking. You get sent off for having a scrap.
For anyone who knows anything, Morton and St Mirren is like Celtic Rangers, only without the religion.
Yeah.
Basically. so they like I have a go. And there was a couple of thousand fans there, you know, even though it was a reserve game, it was at the time. And it was pretty good, because I got in a scrap, and I get sent off and sent off. The two of us get sent off. The other boy gets sent off as well. And I thought I had blown it. And the manager said to me, Jim Clooney at the time says, I knew you had the ability, but I didn't know you had the bottle for it. He said, so I'm going to sign you. so me getting sent off sort of worked in my favour.
Oh, right.
So it was good.
Absolutely brilliant, because I had that.
Well, Jim signed me that night, and the following morning I get sacked.
What a start to your career. That's, you know what I mean, par for the course in football, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, the manager didn't even get a chance to watch me in training.
Oh Christ, that's way.
That was the best thing they ever had.
But you know what I mean? You went into St Mirren
yes.
with a year of you breaking into the first team. You were Young Player of the Year in Scotland in 1982.
Yeah, well, do you know what? As I say, I played in midfield, but there was. I'm going to be honest with you. There were some great players at St Mirren. You know, I'm going to just mention some in midfield. Billy Stark, Lex Richardson, Tony Fitzpatrick, Billy Abercrombie, you know, they were all there. Ian Scanlon, oh God. The midfield players that were in this team were great.
Yeah.
And three of them got injured. And he had to play me. And he says I wasn't ready. Because I quit my job and went full time. And I thought, if I'm going to do this, I want to have a go at it. So Tony Fitzpatrick actually used to come and pick me up every morning. I didn't have the money to get into Paisley all the time, and Tony used to take me training and drop me back off again. So it was a lot of it's down to Tony, and we're still good pals to this day. But he played me in a bounce game on the Wednesday and then the Saturday. He played me, gave him a debut against Airdrie, and I think we won 4-3. Was it 4-3 or 3-2? But I scored 2 goals, so that was it.
Yeah, and that was you up and running. And you established yourself well in the St Mirren team. Were you never, when you played for St Mirren, going, why Celtic not got an eye on me? Did you ever think that? Because you certainly had the talent. Even when I was younger, I knew that you'd be able to St Mirren.
It probably worked out better for me, to be honest with you, getting down to England. But I got told that that it was my last game for St Mirren after. You know, I had a couple of offers. A couple of teams coming from me, but I wasn't ready to go.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just go down to England for, you know, and double my wages just to sit on the bench for someone. You know, if I was going down there, I want to play. So I wasn't ready to go down, but I get told when I played against Celtic, I get told this was my last game, and Celtic's going to sign me on Monday. So I was like, yeah, okay. So running out of tunnel, and I said to Pat Bonner, big packet, I said, Pat, I'm going to score against you today. And he says, oh, no chance. So we were 3-0 down, and I scored. You know, and Pat wasn't happy. And I said, big man, I could have scored against you any time.
I could have pulled it round to 3-3.
Pat Bonham was not too happy about that.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get Patty on as well before the lockdown. Go on.
I thought I was signing on the Monday, and I didn't. They signed Judas, if I could call him that, Mudge Wilson on the Monday. So they signed him on the Monday instead of me. So to say I was disappointed was an understatement.
Yeah,
but it worked out better for me, I think, because I went to West Ham, and they're a great footballing team. You know that how good they were at football. They were magnificent, and the fans loved it. Even if you get beat, as long as you play the right way and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, John Lyle, he was a great manager that signed you.
Well, John Lyle spoke to me for an hour when I met him.
Yeah.
And he was telling me everything he wanted me to do and where he wanted me to play, and he just made you feel that he wants you. He wants you. Makes you feel like you're a big part of what you want to try and do. And it's a great footballing man. I'm going to be honest with you. He's a modern Pep, because see all this, leading for the front and high press and all that. We've done that in the 80s.
Yeah, that's we're so outstanding.
I was a trigger when I went. We worked on it training. We didn't call it any fancy names. It was just when Mackie goes, everyone falls in behind him. Don't let anyone. Don't make an easy pass for anyone to give out. And that's what we've done. We used to get the ball in near half, and that's how we had such a great run. I mean, we should have won the league, to be honest with you, in 86, 85, 86.
Yeah, he's finished fourth.
Day,
or 4 points.
But I only found out the other day there that we broke 17 records that season. We broke the most away wins, the most goals scored, the most clean sheets. So there was 17 records broken that season. So
yeah, it was having to be sorry, Frank, was having to be looked through, all the West Ham fixtures that season. You were awesome, I have to say. Like, finishing 4 points behind Liverpool, who were
well, we should have won the league. This is how close it was. People don't realise, on a Saturday, we were playing, it was supposed to be our last game, we were playing West Brom, but because of the weather was terrible, to be honest with you, we had to play 5 weeks. We had to play Saturday, Monday and Wednesdays for 5 weeks. And to be honest with you, just caught us. But we were supposed to have our last game against West Brom, and we went there and we won. Now, all Chelsea had to do was draw with Liverpool, and then we would have won the league on the Monday at Everton. And
that's right,
of course, and it was that close. If Liverpool had drawn with Chelsea,
and what I've given you is the
if Liverpool had drawn with Chelsea, that meant Everton couldn't win the league on the Monday, because at one point would have put them out it. That's how close it was. But it didn't matter if they could beat or if they drew. We could have won the league on the Monday as long as they didn't win. So that's how close it was. Then when we found out they won, I didn't want to play on a Monday. I was going to World Cup and I was just so down. I've never seen so many grown men cry and all that, but it was an experience, and I didn't want to go on Monday. And I went on Monday. Gary Lineker got 2 goals, and I didn't realise he beat me for the Golden Boot in Europe. He beat me for the Golden Boot.
That's right. You finished at 26 that season.
I didn't know about it. I was a team player. I didn't know about all these kind of things, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and you're a great wee striking partner down there with Tony Carey.
Well, we were only together 2 seasons, and I think we scored over 100 goals between us.
Yeah,
so we did well. We did well.
Oh, yeah, you did all right.
For 2 wee guys.
2 wee guys. And you were so popular that you ended up on an appearance on the Terry Wogan show, and that was the biggest thing in television.
Well, do you know what it was? I only went on the Wogan show because nobody knew who it was. I was the top goal scorer in England, and there was a strike on a TV football wise, and they were arguing over. I think it was some 100,000. Which was a lot of money at the time, but in today's terms it was nothing. So they were arguing over that, so there was a ban on TV. So I had scored something like 11 goals in 13 games or something. And obviously everyone's wanting a piece of me and all that. But the sports guys knew who I was. But the media didn't know who I was, and it all changed when I went on Wogan the Friday night. There was 23 million people watching. And to be honest with you, I looked like an absolute fud, to be honest. I was all dressed up. I had a grave Cartier suit and all that, and I thought I looked like bollocks, to be honest with you, but I looked like an absolute fud.
So. Yeah, it's just a pity it didn't get you on. Remember the show that they had George Best and Oliver Reed on? And Frank
McAvennie?
I know,
I was on with Dennis Law, which was great, because I know Dennis.
I hate Dennis. That was a good crack.
I was very fortunate as well. speaking about the great man, I became sort of a pals with George as well, which was great.
Yep.
You know him.
When we were in that era, you were in the playoff as well for Scotland, qualifying for the '86 World Cup in Mexico. Jack had previously passed away in the game against Wales. Did
Yes.
you know? Did you get to meet Jack and have a word with him, or did you pass that cross? Because I know you came in during the playoff game.
Say that again, sorry, you broke up there.
Sorry, Maga. When the '86 game where you played
Right.
against Australia, I know you just went into the squad round about then. Did you get to meet Jack at all previously?
Did I get to meet who? Jock?
Jock, yes, Mr.
Well,
Steen.
no, Jock picked me for one of the squad before, and
Oh, right.
and he wouldn't pick me again because I just when I was at St Mirren, I got in the squad and myself, Charlie Nicholas, and Maurice Johnson sneaked out the back door and went to a nightclub.
Yep, just as you do.
And Big Jock blamed me. So,
Why do you, Maga? Why do you get blamed?
I've been me banned for the Scotland team, and
Why do you constantly get blamed for all this mess? Because I know there's other people who've been involved in leading you astray, and they never get the blame. Once your name gets brought up, it's
it's one of them. But I don't mind, to be honest with you. It was quite funny because I was top goal scorer in Europe at the time. It was November, and you know, and I knew. And even Jock would never brought me in because I was on fire. And so, and Fergie was working with Jock. So I think he may have been going to bring me back in anyway.
Yeah.
So it was great to come back in. It was great to make my debut at Hampden with my absolute idol was Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah,
So,
I see when you scored, he run over to greet you and give you a big hug.
Oh, well, do you know what? Kenny, I phone Kenny if I'm nowadays, and it's great. In 1977, I was in tears. My dad's like, what's the matter with you? Kenny had left. And I thought my world had ended, you know. I was a proper supporter, you know. I thought,
they were all
you know,
the same.
it was ridiculous and you shouldn't leave and all that kind of stuff. And so then I played against him and got to know him really well and made my debut for Scotland with Kenny up front, and it was just magnificent, honestly. Just to get the chance to play with the King was brilliant.
Yeah, it was some lineup that night when you played Australia. I was just looking through the lineup and there was some great
Players. I mean, people say to me, why did you only get 5 caps? Well, the truth is, the players that I was up against, you know, I was up against, just to name some, there was Kenny, there was Alan Brazil, Graham Sharp, there was Alan McCoy, Mo Johnson, Charlie Nicholas. My God, there was David Speedy.
Yep.
You know, the list that goes on. It was incredible amount of strikers, all great players. So I was very proud to get you know a few caps, and it done me great going to the World Cup.
Oh yeah,
It didn't
it
play
must have been
me,
fabulous.
but-
Then, what were the nightclubs like in Mexico, Maga?
I didn't go to the nightclubs. Ruffy went, Alan Ruffy went.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Ruffy.
No, what chance you got if you can't talk to the girls? Ask you know.
And funny enough, was going to go through your Celtic career. Alan Ruffin, my man, he tells some yarns, doesn't he, Ruffy?
Oh, I tell you what, he wakes up to just thinks a lie.
He's doing that PLZ soccer every day, and I tell you what, the crack out of him's Navy, Maga, you have to say.
Do you know what? I done that for a year on Saturday show live, and it's the truth that there's no TVs there. You're in a room,
Right?
and Peter Martin's great, and he's giving it. Wow, and you can see it on the screen. They've got all the computer things, but there's no games. You know, it's all the details coming through. Who done what and great save, not, but you don't see it, and
Right.
Peter goes, wow, what a save that was it in the park or something, top corner, and Michael, what do you think? I said, yeah, great save. Magnificent. I've not seen it either. And then I see Ruffy, and Ruffy's got the iPad in front of him, and he's watching the racing. And he'll go, what?
I think he's still doing it on the show.
He's bonkers, but he's what a great lad, yes.
Oh, he is indeed. He's put a mind behind the Emmons, you know. But he spins whale yarns. In the way you can tell things that are truthful. He's sitting.
It was a Celtic with me, and I come in one night, and manager let us come in casual. We were playing Kenny's Testimonial, I think it was. Parkhead, I can't remember whose testimony it was, but we were playing Liverpool. And the manager let us come in casual, and I've come in with a pair of leather trousers on. and all the boys are giving me dogs abuse and all that. And I'm going, shut up, you old farts. And I'm giving it, you don't know what style is and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, the manager said to me, I want you to take Ruffy and give him a warm up. And I says, right, okay. So you've got to imagine it's pouring a rain, torrential rain. So we went out and I said to Ruffy, I said, right, what do you want? He went, oh, I said, I'm not diving, just kick it at me. so I'm kicking the ball to him. And he says, I better dive now. It's bucketing down. If I hadn't been a friendly, the game would have been off.
Right.
So I bucketing down anyway. He says, put it to the corner. So he's diving. And he's looked up, he's got mud everywhere. And I'm looking at him, he's going, what's the matter with you? I says, that's my trousers you've got on. Yeah, it's my leather trousers on, he's bouncing about all over the place.
Jesus, brilliant. Yeah, there's some crack out of you, I tell you. Yeah, it's a fantastic story. Rick, let's get back to your West Ham career. Rick, brilliant, outstanding season. 4 points behind Liverpool. He's finishing third, and I think it was 2 points behind Everton, or which way it worked out. I think they lost them on the final day of the season. But the next season didn't start off great, did it? No. You struggled the whole season.
I struggled because, to be honest with you, it was one player. They brought in Stuart Robson.
Right.
Stuart was just a great player, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't a West Ham player. He stopped everything, if you know what I mean. Everything just stopped, and so I was making runs and I was getting caught offside. I'm going, just play it first time.
Put the ball through.
You know, we couldn't get it together. And to be fair, John Lennon knew the only team I'd have left West Ham, because I loved them. The only team I'd have left West Ham for was Celtic. So, and he knew that, and he said to me, Celtic's in for you, and I was like,
wow.
So John even took me to the airport to meet the gaffer, to meet Billy and the Celtic board, you know.
Right.
It was strange. It was a strange one. So, but we went and met him, and and it was one of these situations. And I had an agent, so we had a good deal. But John didn't think I'd get it. I was talking to him in the car. Just didn't think. But they agreed to the deal, and that was where the troubles. I mean, listen, my boys at team, you know that.
Yes.
Team I've always supported. I wasn't too happy after the season finished with the old board, because they didn't pay me what I was supposed to be paid.
There was loads in that. That's, you know what I mean. Paul Elliott went through the same sort of stuff.
I wasn't the only one. I know that a couple of boys. I think Charlie was going to sue them. I tried to sue them, and they paid them out. But I thought, do you know what? I can't. It's my boys' team. And it wasn't worth it. It wasn't.
Trying to deal with that old board, Mac.
To be honest with you, but
sorry, mate. I was just saying, trying to deal with that old board was Jesus. It's like playing Russian roulette.
I seen Jack McGinn. I was at, because as I say, I'm still very well liked at St Mirren, and I go into St Mirren boardroom, and Tony Fitzpatrick's the chief executive there, so I was over, and Jack McGinn came over, and I was signing autographs for some kids that came into the boardroom, and Jack came over, and I didn't see him, and he says, "How you doing, Frank?" I went, "Yeah, good," and I looked up, and it was Jack. I shouldn't have, but I told me F off, because I wasn't. I just thought it flooded back to what he'd done to me.
Right, right.
And I thought I shouldn't have done that, but
it's a natural human reaction. Yeah.
It was horrible. It was horrible, because when I signed for Celtic, I thought I would have been there to the end of my career.
Yeah, you were an absolute hero to us. You know what I mean? That's why you're so so loved by the Celtic support. That's why they want you on shows
I know,
like
but I was
this.
hearing all these stories that, I'm going back down to London because of Peace Week. A lot of nonsense,
I know.
I'm not saying I wasn't with him, but you know what I mean. It's not the reason.
Yeah, but before
I can go down there every weekend. It was great.
Yeah, I know you were. your belly's heart broke. But here, before we get into all that stuff, there was an approach, wasn't there, from Graham Souness to try to make you the first Catholic player?
Yes. Well, no, he wasn't. I'll tell you what happened.
Right.
I was in the World Cup and Kenny didn't go because Fergie didn't pick. It was all politics. Fergie didn't pick Hansen because he liked, he liked partnerships, and so Kenny wasn't happy about it, which I can understand. That's his best pal, So he wasn't happy about it. So Kenny didn't go, and Souness was there. So Kenny and Souness used to share a room. So I'm with Graham, and I'm going to be honest with you, he's a great lad. So I'm sharing a room with Graham, and everything was cool. And he said to me about he was buying Rangers, and he hadn't bought it at the time. But at that time, Fergie, if you remember, wanted the manager's job at Rangers because he hadn't got the Man United job at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted the Rangers job, and he wasn't happy that Graham Souness was buying it with what do you call him? Anyway, the other guy that I can't remember his name. The chairman, no chairman.
The Rangers chairman.
No, the Rangers chairman. I can't remember his name.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he bought. I know in the wheelchair. I can't remember. Anyway, they were buying Rangers, so Graham was going to be manager. So Fergie wasn't happy, and Graham said to me, and I swear on this, he said to me in the room, he said he'll drop me one of the games in the group stage. I said, don't be so stupid. I said, you can't. You're the best player we've got. You're the only superstar that we have in the team. And he did. He dropped him in the Uruguay game.
Right.
And I thought, well, don't get me wrong. Paul McStay came in. Paul was brilliant. But you could have played Paul and Souness in it because the one game you want Graham Souness in your team is against Uruguay.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, I can understand if we dropped him in one of the other games.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that was the biggest problem. And he asked me in the room, he says, when I take Rangers, will you come and sign for us? He said, I need to get rid of all that crap, this bitterness and all that. And he says, and the ones that there'll be a lot of people upset about it, but there'll be a lot of people wanting to take their tickets. All that kind of stuff. So I understood what he wanted to do, but I just says, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a Celtic supporter. It's got nothing to do with religion, it's got nothing to do with anything bitter or...
Yeah.
I said, but I'm a Celtic supporter. I just can't. I couldn't play for Rangers. It's the biggest. So that was the first time. And then John Lyle said to me when I went back to West Ham, once Graham had took over, he says there was an approach by Rangers, and I said, tell him I've no. I think that the second time I said, tell him to give me £1 I know he didn't have any money. So I said, tell him to give me £1 I mean, talk about things like that, give me £1.
It's a great story. million quid. I'm sure David Murray would have found that from somewhere to pay you if he thought he was going to brought you up.
He never had it.
I know. You had to wreck their whole structure.
He knew if he'd put it in front of me, I would have said no. So it was one of them.
Well,
it was John Lyle, but John Lyle was good. John Lyle spoke to him and says no.
He done a load of things here in Belfast for fans and stuff way back in the day when you were playing there. He's a great guy, John Lyle.
Wonderful. Honestly, him and Billy was... Ricky McFarlane was great for me at St Mirren. He was a great coach, considering he started off as a physio.
Right.
And he was a great coach. And then, John Lyle started as Ron Greenwood's assistant.
Right.
So
the former England manager.
Yeah, so he'd come in and he just carried it on. But John was he's honestly structurally, it was all working different things. It was great. Everything was so different in England than what it was in Scotland. In Scotland everyone trained together.
Yeah.
You shoot, cross and finish and all that kind of stuff. Down in England, strikers go away and work with the goalkeepers, the midfield go away and they cross over. It's like as if they get a coach to take them away and coach them, all shuffling over and all that kind of stuff. The defenders go and defend. heading balls, and it was, they do that in England. This whole structure, because everything's different, which makes a lot of sense. But in Scotland, everyone goes and shoots everyone's heads.
I know, it's like a playground. It's playground
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Go and run after that. That was Louis McAvennie's. That was his training.
Oh, yeah.
Kick the ball, run after it.
I know. Here, wait till we get round to that. Here, but we're going to concentrate on the positive stuff here, because 750,000 was the deal, and you came to Celtic on the 2nd of October, 1987. You made your debut within a couple of days against Hibs, and you run on to the pitch over towards the jungle, give him a wave, kiss the badge, and here, you know what I mean?
Well,
we fell in love with you.
That. A lot of people do that and don't mean it bad. Everyone do that.
Well, we knew you.
The problem with me, I was quite shy. I'm still quite shy. I've got two sides to me. But when I went to run out with the team, and Bully held me back, the gaffer held me back, and he says, "Look, now you run out your own." And I was like, "What?" Because I knew it, because I was a supporter, I knew some of the fans wanted Charlie Nick back. So I'm saying, "No, I don't want to go with the team." And Bully says, "No, you're not going to," and he held me back. And just as I was getting ready to run out the tunnel and moan, Lee Jinky appeared with Jimmy Johnson. Honest to God, just come out and just appeared, and I was like, Jimmy, he gave me a cuddle. And he says, "Just go and enjoy yourself." Wee man, he called me wee man.
He called you wee man? And you were looking down on him?
He was like, "Just go and enjoy yourself, wee man." I'm like, brilliant. And I thought, right there and then, that's what Celtic's all about. This guy's been out his way to come and see me,
Brilliant.
I've got Billy McNeil as a manager. I've got Bobby Lennox as a coach. I mean, I didn't get much better than that,
just surrounded by your heroes.
Winding everybody up. It was good fun.
Brilliant.
It was good fun in the days.
It was indeed. So you got on, you made your debut against Hibs that day. It was a 1-1 draw, but a couple of weeks at Celtic, and you were involved in one of the most controversial, if not the biggest controversial moment, apart from the Mo Johnson saying it, was November 1987, your debut in the Old Firm game.
Yes.
And it came that moment. You'd already, I remember rightly, on the game, you'd already put Chris Woods in the back of the net at one stage.
I do that.
You put the hip into him.
Every game. Every game, I always say Big Roy or Wee Joe, fling the ball in the box, first minute, Keeler will come out and I'll go and smash him. Just simple as that. That's what I've done every game. And I've done that with Chris. Now the referee, all the referee had to do was give a free kick.
Yeah.
But he gave a corner and I couldn't stop laughing. And that's what Chris Woods got annoyed at. Now if he'd have got the free kick, he'd have said, "F off, Mac," and that'd have been it, done. And then the next time I went for it, he could have picked it up earlier. Now all I remember is the gaffer saying to me, as I was running in for his ball, I remember the gaffer saying to me, "Don't get involved." So as I went in his ball, Chris is trying to elbow me and my hands have been up, and then it's all kicked off. But to be honest with you, it happens in today's game. It was nothing, absolutely nothing. There was Chris Woods, Butcher shoved me. Me and Chris had partied. I was just about to run away when Terry Butcher shoved me, and I came back in. And then, that sod, Jim Roberts punched me over the top. So that was, it was nothing really. And I thought, any referee worth their salt would have got the two of us and says, "Look, you two, sort this out. This crowd's going mad, you know what I mean? Sort it out." And that would have been it.
Inflamed
but he said it to us off. And he never refed a game again. He never refed a top flight game again. Boy, I'll never forget Ian Duncan. He never refed a Premier League game or a first division game again.
He inflamed it. He definitely inflamed it. I've my young son beside me here. Declan wants to ask you a question. Go ahead, Declan.
Right, Micah, how are you?
I'm good, pal. I'm good.
Just say, enjoy the podcast you do with Sarah Slaney and Kevin Kane. It's absolutely brilliant. I think Slaney must be your icon. He's they'll say he's like my son, but he's like my son on speed. I just with that the incident at Ibrox there, and it goes to court and everything. And I think there's a famous quote you said that they couldn't even beat us in court that season. We were that good.
That was on Friday. What happened was we were in court all week, so I thought you know, it was the first time the police ever get involved in football.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It was the first time the police ever get involved in football. So we're took to court. We're standing in court. Now I thought, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I thought if one's done, we're all done.
Right.
And I never did a barrister till late. I get pestered a lot because Celtic were so miserable they didn't want to get me a barrister. And that's the gospel truth. They didn't want to get. They wanted me Jimmy Fallon. You know Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
The old lawyer. They wanted him to do me. I'm saying, you can't go up and argue against 3 barristers. So that was a big problem. And James Souness actually said they'd buy me a barrister. He'd pay for one. That's how bad it got. Miserable shows at Celtic.
Jesus, that's why.
I got one anyway. The Celtic eventually got me one, and I got the best of a lot. So when I'm in court now, to be honest with you guys, since football started way back, 100 centuries ago, the laws of the game have not changed. The interpretations of the football has changed. Like different leagues giving it different interpretations of the game. But because the laws of the game haven't changed, because I hit a goalkeeper, I was allowed to hit a goalkeeper. But the interpretation in Scotland and in England was that I can't hit the goalkeeper. But it's only an interpretation put into aside these laws. But the laws haven't changed. So that's the only reason I got off it.
Right, so that was the argument in court, right? And then it's a
So that
terrible
was the
argument.
argument. So then we're standing in the dock, and I'm going to be honest with you, poor old Jimmy Farrell, he came over and I'm standing with my agent, and Jimmy said to me, don't worry Patrick, we'll win this. He didn't even know my name.
Aye, plus with Celtic, he must be a Paddy. We'll just call him Patrick. Oh, Jesus.
It was one of them. Listen, it was one of them. But we went in, the 4 of us were standing in the dock. It was called the press of the field day. They were calling it Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. You couldn't make it up.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
So
we're all eating lunch together. And I've got, of course, I got them all fish on Friday, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
But my just going, I don't want that. And I'm going, what's wrong with you?
The Fenian steaks. Fair play.
Good Catholic steaks on Friday. It was brilliant. So and then we go in for the verdict. We all go into the verdict. We're all standing up. And then it was Chris Woods guilty. Christopher was guilty. And I'm going, well, we're all done. Terence Butcher, guilty. Francis McAvennie, not guilty. I burst out laughing. And Chris Woods is going, you haven't started that. This isn't the dock. He said, you haven't started that. And then it was Graham Roberts not proven. So Rob was saying to me, what's that mean? I said, they know it was you, they can't prove it. So that was it. I was through to Edinburgh. And all the boys in the hotel, I walked in, they're all having their dinner and all that, and I walked in, that was it. I said, welcome back and all that, and I said, they couldn't even be in court this year. So that was
fantastic story. And you think of Graham Roberts getting that proven, and he was probably the worst instigator of a lot of it.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Did Terry Butcher or Chris Woods ever forgive you for giving them criminal records?
Yeah, well, listen, Chris is a good lad. You know, we're to be honest, we all know each other. We're all, you know, we all go for a drink and all that. You know, I'm good pals with Coisty, you know, but we all used to kick the lumps out of each other. Honestly, if I went for a ball, you know, I'd go through Coisty's granny to get the ball and him as well, you know, and he knew that. That's the way it was. But we're all good. We're all pals, if you know what I mean. We're not close pals, we're doing good now, but you know what I mean, Chris Woods. Yeah. And they were saying, and Terry was saying, he was laughing because I was doing a function with him, and when he applied for, remember, Burley asked him to be the assistant manager of Scotland.
Yes, remember it. Yeah.
On the application, he had to fill in the application form, and on the questionnaire or application, whatever it is, it says, you ever been in trouble with the law? And he says, no. So they came back to him and said, you better change that. Did you not get done in a football game? And he went, oh shit, I forgot about that.
So he's a criminal record.
He said to me, you got me a criminal record? I said, no, I never got you. The Graham Roberts had got you.
And so it was. He inflamed the whole situation, I reckon, about had it in between yourself.
Just typical Graham. He came from behind and tried to hook me.
Yeah.
So...
The conductor.
Yeah, good fun.
Yeah, but anyway, so Declan wants to jump in with a question. Go ahead, Declan.
And not the 87-88 season you stuck up great partnership with Andy Walker. What was he sitting alongside? Was he one of your best partnerships in your career?
Well, no, the best was, I was very fortunate. My last year at St Mirren, I played up front with a guy called Frank McDougall, who was a magnificent player. Honestly, finisher-wise, tremendous. When I went to West Ham, there's not a better finisher than Tony Cottee, honestly.
Yeah.
Tony Cottee was magnificent. I think I made him, or the team made him a better player because he was a lazy sod. All he wanted to do was score goals. And when I went, and because we'd done this press for the front, we all spoke about it. And he had to move, shut the goalkeeper off, to pass it back to the keeper in the days. Shut the goalkeeper off so he can't kick it up the park and all that kind of stuff, And that's what we'd done. So when I went to Celtic, Andy was the same as Tony. I knew he wasn't going to pass to me.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind that because I was a team player. But Tony and Andy knew when I went through in goal, if the keeper came out and Tony was free or Andy was free, I'd give him it.
Yeah.
I'd give him it. I'm happy because the team's won a game and all that kind of stuff. Andy said that one of the functions or that, he says I was different class because I beat 3 players round the keeper and give it to him.
Of course you did. Against the centenary video was seeing how good you were at doing that. You weren't a greedy player for being a striker. You would have went for the option of trying to put it through to the better placed player. So fair play to that way. Wee bit of Edward in you. Edward does that.
God, yeah. I tell you what, ability that boy's got.
Oh, here.
But you know what? Somebody asked me the other day there, boys, somebody said to me, today's team playing against the Centenary team, how would you go? And I said, I think we'd win because, and I gave an example as, there's so many talented players in the team today, but I don't know if many of them's got the heart that we had.
Yeah,
And I says, to put it in perspective, the 10 outfield players were the equivalent of Scott Brown. We didn't follow the tackles, we shouted at each other, we argued with each other, and we could play. So, not only the boys at 8, your Callum McGregor's, Christie, they're all great players, James Forrest, but, I would like to think that we would win the battle first, that's for sure.
That was going to be my next question, believe it or not, Maga. Oh, we lost him there for a second. Hang on, we'll get him back here. Maybe his batteries went in his phone. We'll just call it back here. Hopefully it's not a battery problem. He can get himself charged up again. Well, it's ringing anyway.
I just get cut off a bit.
I thought you'd hung up on me, so I had enough of him. Put the phone down. Sorry, Marco.
You were just about to say that was my next question, so.
Yes, about the heart of that team. Once you come in there, wee Joe Miller came in, and that team just bonded, and it was like a makeshift team put together in a year, and the bond that yous had, I've never seen it in the Celtic squad.
No.
So it's, you know what I mean, being centenary year as well.
Well, I think Roger will tell you and Joe that the pressure on us that year was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because it was a centenary year. I think there's only 3 or 4 teams won it in the centenary, won the league in the centenary year. In Barcelona, Liverpool, maybe Real Madrid. So it's a great company. But I'm going to be honest with you, boys. The team that Rangers had, how we beat them. You look at the two clubs, and you look at 2 teams, and you think, and then it goes back to they're all superstars for England.
Yeah, that's 6
English players. Supporters. And we could play, but on paper they were a better team than us. Individually. Yeah. But when it comes to the heart, you don't win games on paper. So we fought them, and we fought them. Never gave them a minute. We never gave any team a minute. That's why we scored goals in the 91st minute and all that kind of stuff, and 90th minute, because we didn't give up.
Yeah, it was just constantly going and going, and that great wee run came once you got your court appearance over. It was like a steam train right through Christmas. Then it comes the big game. It always comes the New Year's Day game. It was the 2nd of January. It was played that year in '88, and it was
to be honest with you, I've never focused so much on one game in all my life because, like I said, I was the first one. So it was a bit special for me, but because I even stayed in
You never went to a nightclub before.
I was joking.
Yeah.
No, it was great. We get took away for a couple of days and we prepared properly for it. And it was the first time the teams had to, in football again, because of what happened in the first game, they all had to come out and shake hands, didn't they?
Yes, that's right. And you were also brought to hotels and all. Yep. There was
nobody wanted to shake hands because when you go out, you get out to battle. Even though they're pals of yours, you're going out there to battle them.
Yeah, you're going for the battle. Yeah.
You don't want to shake hands after. You know, it was just a nonsense to try to show that we were all together and all that kind of nonsense. It was great. For me, it was good because obviously, you know, I'll never forget it. The best pass that I've probably seen in world football was Paul McStay.
Paul McStay done the 360 in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, he done it. Game soon as went out and paid in again, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, here he's spun
so and then he put it through to Chris Morris, who passed it over to me.
What
the
a
funny
player.
thing was, talking about Andy Walker as a out-and-out striker, as the balls came to me, all I could hear was Andy shouting, "Leave it!" Talk about greedy son.
He wasn't he? He scored some goals that season. He ended up our top goal scorer, didn't he? Yeah.
We did. We were a good partnership. We done well
excellent.
with Beckham. You know, Andy was. I'll do the running. I don't mind doing the hard work. I think it was something to do with the fact that I played 4 years in midfield. You know, if Paul McStay or Granty or Tommy Burns, God rest him, if one of them run by me and can't make it back, then I'd go back. I'd fill in for them.
Yeah.
But then you what it was like being a midfield player when the strikers don't do that for you. So that's what made me the kind of player I was. I thought somebody comes by me, I'll fill in for them. And that was, you know, and it worked. And through the team, we all started doing it, and then that's when you get the makings of a team. But to be fair, I think that's the 2nd of January when I scored the second goal.
Ah, yeah.
When the whole place erupted, happy birthday Celtic. You know, it was just, as a Celtic supporter, you know, it was just wonderful. And you think, you know, I'd part of that, so it was great. All that was just superb.
Yeah, history.
I think we knew we'd won the league when we went to Ibrox the next game, and Paul scored and Andy scored. We beat them 2-1.
Yes.
And Chris Morris was getting married the following day.
With Chris. What a player Chris was. I don't think there's enough people he praise on how great he was bombing up the wing, Chris Morris. Even for Ireland, he was.
Well, again, we're talking about, you know, I was talking about John Miles saying how good it was at different formation. But the gaffer was the same, you know, we played 3 at the back. But you can only play 3 at the back when you've got people that are willing to do the hard work. And Chris Morris and Anton Rogan could do the hard work. They were up and down that path.
Up them wings.
So it was incredible. But you can't do it unless you've got players like that.
Yeah, and what would they be worth today? Like as two sort of wing backs, as they call them now, bombing up there.
Yeah.
Two brilliant lads.
Yeah. Rogie just one. Unbelievable. What a boy. I absolutely love him.
Yeah.
As you say, we've all got this great affinity with each other, and it's just, it's great to be part of it. I know it's a winning team, but it was just a really, really close bond, that team. And we're just to be known, you know, as a centenary team was just it makes you feel special, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the team. It's I call it my team because I was 19 at the time, and I just everything about that era, yourself, the fashion, the goals, the team. I just want to live that team every day of my life, like.
Yeah, I mean, especially we've done all right, in, you know, we've done all right in Europe, but it was so important that we done. It was so important that we won the league and we done
delivered.
You know, and to go, it's a bit like today's team. You go a season without, you know, and without Rangers getting close to you. That was even better, you know.
Yeah.
1-3 and drew one. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, and later on in the season, get into April, when you got to get the donkey work done, get the league up. Pity about the League Cup, but we were in the Scottish Cup, and that semi-final against Hearts. My God,
that was shocking. That was shocking. That was awful.
Jeez.
It was probably my worst game for Celtic.
And
you know, But again, people say, "Nah, I thought you played well." The thing is, everyone's entitled to a bad game.
Yes.
But seeing you get a bad touch or something, you can still do a lot for the team. So, you know, you can still put people under pressure, you can still challenge people, you can still do things that helps the team that a lot of people shy away from. You know, so they're not having a good game, they don't want the ball.
Yeah.
You know, I was never like that. You know, the boys in the team would never let me be like,
Yeah.
you know, go back to Tommy Burns and Roy Aitken, and my God, they wouldn't. See, if I didn't hold the ball, they bollocked me. The bollocking I used to get off them and Mick McCarthy. You know?
Oh, Big Mick. Oh, what a guy.
Big Mick.
Yeah.
It was great. But the semi-final was, again, we didn't deserve it. But before, Hearts thought they'd won it. You know,
Yeah.
so that's good luck to them.
In that game, I just remember looking back in the highlights of it, you had at least 3 good opportunities in the game. But in you saying you had a bad game, you were all over the pitch in that game. You were working your socks off.
You know, you can still really help it. Yeah, it was one of them. But you can still help your teammates if you're having a bad game. You don't have to go and shy away, and a lot of people do that in the modern era of football. But I don't like seeing that because you can. Everyone's entitled to a bad game. But you can still do a lot for your teammates.
Oh, without a doubt. And you did in that game
Yeah,
because...
that's what we've done. So to get that, I'm going to be honest with you, 2 great substitutes. They come on all the time, Matt McGee and Billy Stark. They were magnificent. The 2 of them just changed the game all the time.
Yeah, they did. It was a change of momentum on the whole game.
But the gaffer knew how to swap and played me and Mark and Starkey. I mean, they weren't complaining because they got their fair share of games, you know.
Yeah.
So it was great.
So in the game, we were into more or less the last minute, and Paul McStay equalised. Place erupted, absolutely erupted. Back in the game, and when the ball kicked to the centre circle, I think we won a free kick in the centre circle after kick off again. And I always remember Roy Aitken, and I could see it written all over him. We're going to win this. We're going to win this. Normal time. He was pumped up, and he was telling everybody, keep it going.
Was that against Hearts you're talking?
That's the Hearts game. Yep, on the 9th of April.
Yeah.
And
it was incredible. When Mark came on, he actually told me to stay in the middle. He was going out wide, and I says, "No, Dingus, you come in here." I says, "Because I can do more damage out here running because I was having a bad time." So Dingus went in the middle. And that's when I just launched up there, and
that's right, you were you done a hook over your head.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smith.
And there we
so
go.
That was back in the game, and then as you see, to get the winner, it was just, and then it was magnificent.
And you played your part in that as well. You were the man that hooked the ball.
I did, but I was disappointed. Nobody has to say, but I was disappointed. A lot of people say I played well, but I knew it wasn't my better game, But it was great to get to the final, and that's what you play for Celtic for, to make your own wee bit of history. It's the romance of playing for Celtic, it's all about that.
And
it's hard to follow teams, every year you go in and you're reminded of the Lisbon Lions. So it's one of them. You're going, my God, what chance have you got? You've got hard back to follow, haven't you?
Oh, without a doubt, especially since
giving it games, and you have to give everything. And I was laughing the other day there on Twitter. But it was 1967. It was Di Stefano, his testimonial at Real Madrid. Celtic were playing after they'd won the European Cup, and they put on a show and beat Real Madrid 1-0. And I was saying, well, what's the matter? That was a friendly. When you walk through the door at Celtic Park, you get told Celtic don't play friendlies. And I was like, because everywhere you go, there's fans. Everywhere in the world, fans turn out to watch Celtic, whether it's a friendly or not. But Celtic, every manager says to you, you go there and put it on for the fans. So you've got there's not a game that you can't go out and just saunter about. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Not at Celtic.
No, not
which is a great attitude.
Fantastic. Right, so April, great month. We've made the Scottish Cup final. That's the biggest day out, of course, in the season. But on the 23rd of April, the league was delivered. Brilliant win that day, 3-0 against Dundee, and we done it at Celtic Park. We could have done it the week before, but I think it was better.
How can you win the league? It was against Hearts, wasn't it? Why win the league at that dump?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So we lost I think it was 2-1 we lost against those, but we came home on the 23rd of April and delivered that league. Have you any memories of the day of that being delivered?
Yeah, I remember we were all laughing because I've been a supporter. I have never seen Celtic Park so full. I've never seen it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, this is not right in today's climate, but I seen a boy in a wheelchair, and it's from Milton where I grew up, and I'm saying, oh, sorry, what happened to you? He says, oh no, and he says, there's only way I could get a ticket.
We've all tried that.
I was
Fantastic.
I thought, brilliant. I'd love to see him in the goal went in.
Yes, one of the miracles, yes.
Oh, miracles on me,
Yep.
yeah, but I just couldn't stop laughing at that. That set me up for the game, you know.
Yeah,
I feel not sorry for him thinking something happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
They just done anything.
You must
to
have been
get to
chuckling
that
the whole
game.
game. Oh.
The official attendance, I think, was 40-odd thousand, but I'm going to go honest with you, it's 80,000, I swear.
Yeah, easy that day.
80,000, easily.
The old Jack Stein end, we were in
Yeah.
it, and it was cram. Never seen it like that before.
It was incredible.
Yep.
When Chris scored to settle, we should have been on and battered them, to be honest with you. But they put up a fight, I think, and if I remember right, Andy scored two in a minute.
That's right, 2 in a minute was done in that game.
But he scored one. I put him through and he scored, and then the next one, the cameras were still on the crowd celebrating when Andy just caught Andy came through and scored. No, it didn't show you how he got it or anything. So
Yeah.
He caught the cameras out as well. It was that quick.
Yeah, I still have the out centenary video here. Never part with it. I have to get you to sign it. I have a few signatures on it, so the next time I meet up, I have to get you to sign that. That was, of course, the league done and dusted, was sailed on, but with the big day out to look forward to, and the 14th of May, the round off our centenary season. It was. I think Declan wants to jump in and ask you a question about it, so go ahead, Declan.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the feelings were, maybe even a few days before that, just leading up to it. Was it just nervous, or could you just not wait to get onto the pitch?
No. The gaffer took us to the Seamill. We used to get down to Seamill, and it was great down there. The sea, obviously the sea was freezing, and you play these 5-a-side games after the finish at the end of training, and whoever lost had to go in the sea. Oh, you don't want to lose in eight games, honestly. So every training session was fired up, but it was great. All the boys, as you see, all the boys were so close to each other. We're all together, the bonding, and even after the we're not going to talk about cup final, but after cup final, 5 days all went on holiday together.
Yeah.
That's how close we all were, so we all went away on holiday, and it was probably good fun.
Yeah.
And we were down to Seamill for a few days, but we took down there for the week. I think it was down to Monday, so it was good. It really was good. It took us away the gaffer took us away for the pressure. They wouldn't let the press near us and all that kind of stuff. So it was it was good. It was good and chilled, and there's some characters in the team, so we weren't short of. We didn't have iPads and all that in the days, so it was. There was a few characters, so there was never a shortage of laughter.
I was sure there was. And as you made your way up the Hampden that day, a glorious, if I remember it rightly, absolutely fabulous, glorious day.
Yes.
Yep.
It was a wonderful day.
Yep. And it was also.
There's a good. I don't know if you guys remember. There was a good on the TV. There was 4 guys dressed as clowns. They were all the banjos and all that. They were all dressed as clowns.
Right.
That was 4 reserve players for Celtic.
You're joking me.
No, Stevie Murray and all that. Stevie Murray.
No,
Stevie Keane, Stevie Murray, and a couple of other boys. So they were all dressed up.
Excellent.
But they've got the banjos, they've got a painted face and all that. They didn't want to go in the stand, the big wigs and all that. They wanted to be in the crowd, didn't they? So, brilliant.
That brilliant party atmosphere that day.
Oh, magnificent, yeah.
But
Well,
it's-
do you know what? When Big Roy got booked and when Gallagher went through, you know, there's no way Roy would have let him buy him. So, but he'd already just been booked.
yeah, that's right.
He
And he
couldn't
had to
calm
go
down,
back.
you know, so,
He actually took that well, Kevin Gallagher, that day.
Ah, he did. No, yeah, but what I'm saying is he wouldn't have got by Roy if Roy had
If he hadn't
booked
been
it
booked,
a
yeah.
couple of minutes before that. The wiry, so, and Roy's quick, so Gallagher must have been really quick. So he showed him a clean pair of heels, but it was a great strike, great goal. But we just knew, I mean...
It's funny
I don't
enough,
know.
you said
I
you
don't
just knew. Anton was saying the very same thing, and it must be just the mentality that you had then.
Well, when Rogie they made the change, didn't they? Mark come on in, and Starkey, and they made the change, and Starkey fired the ball out to Rogie, and Rogie, when he crossed the ball, I mean, Dingus has hit Billy Thompson and got away with it, and I think Hegarty didn't see me coming in behind him, so when I scored, after I celebrated, you actually see me and Paul McStay hugging, and me saying to him, let's get a winner. And that was it. That was, you know, there was 14 minutes to go. Let's get the winner. Let's not keep this, we don't need to prolong this anymore. Because we absolutely battered them after that.
Yeah, yeah. And the fairy tale. Oh, wow.
And it was good because I'd actually said to the referee, how I go, and he said, come in it. So when we got a corner. So it was very, very well taken corner, wee Joe. Fired it, and I think he might have miskicked it, and Starkey had a shot and come off of it, a player, and I think come off Hegarty, and I was in the right place. And you know, I said to wee Billy McAvennie, I know Billy well, I'm saying, how can anyone leave me in the 6-yard box with 5 feet out of the end of me?
That was just...
Don't give me that kind of space.
Yeah.
So I used to wind them up, but listen, it's not up to God, isn't it? It was the ball fell to me. It could have went anywhere when it came off Hegarty, and it came to me, and I scored. And you actually see me when I ran the crowd. I put my hand in my head because I realised just what I'd done. You know,
It must
the
be
magnitude
the
of
greatest
what
feeling in the
had
world.
just happened.
Yeah. It must be the greatest feeling in the world, Maga. Just knowing that, yeah.
Well, Tommy Pons, he was saying to me, he said, in 100 years they're going to remember us. I was like, wow, you know, and he's so right. It was, you know, the funniest thing I ever seen. Honestly, I know it was Maggie Thatcher. She tried to give Tommy the cup, and she was giving Tommy the cup, but she tried to give him the base. You know, the big base of the cup is really heavy.
Yes.
And she'd gone like that, and Tommy's going, I don't want it.
Oh, I can imagine,
He
Tommy.
wouldn't take a piece of the cup off. He's going, back off, it's too heavy. Sorry.
I know, yeah. It must have been a bit painful that day to go up and accept it that way. But here, listen, it was our centenary year. We were just outstanding, and
It was brilliant, you know, absolutely brilliant. The fans, I mean, as you say, it was probably one of the hottest days of the summer, and it was just magnificent. Even when you see on social media and that now, the crowd that was there was just. Listen, I'm a big favour of those. I would like the stadiums to be updated, but Hampden Park back then was a magnificent stadium with the crowd, the atmosphere. They're trying to update it and modernise it, and it's terrible now.
I know, but you can't stand beside it. Back then, we were all able to gather. No, about 40 of us. No, the whole group was on the bus.
That were there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was just magnificent, to be honest with you. So, and it was what a day. And then we went back to Celtic Park, and you know, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest with you, because the old Celtic board got the Celtic champagne and the Celtic wine and all that. It's awful. So that wasn't the party that we. You know, every other team has a big party and all that, don't they?
Yes.
By Celtic Park with all these old people, so it wasn't. Well, it disappeared. I went to a nightclub at Element.
I know you did.
A couple of boys, and then went back. It was either Tommy's house or Mark's house.
Right.
The thing is, Tommy Burnswell went back there after it. They all went from Celtic Park. We went to a nightclub and then came back, so it was all right. It was good fun.
So where did you go in Glasgow? What sort of night spots did you frequent, Maga? No, because you know Glasgow, you had to be sensible before you went.
To be honest, it didn't bother me because honestly, I'm a Glasgow boy. So
yeah.
No matter where you go, no matter what walk of life you're in, whether it's Belfast, Dublin, Glasgow, people have a go. Your Rangers have supporters will have a, but they're only wanting to have banter with you. They don't want to fight you. It's when you retaliate, who you talking to and all that. That's when it starts. And I can have a banter with them. It's good. You know, guys don't want 99.9 guys don't want to fight you. They just want to have a banter. You want to have a wind up.
Yeah.
And you know, and I can have a wind up, so it's good fun.
Oh, good job.
So it didn't really bother me, you know, because I do believe that the majority of people, you know, they don't want to fight, you know. They don't want to fight a footballer. They just want to have a banter. I mean, it's when some of the footballers can't handle their drink and start getting aggressive back, and that's when the trouble starts.
Yeah. And Frank, you knew how to handle it. Like, you know what I mean? When you were out in these places, just everybody wanted to be your friend. And it's...
I know. I probably just think of every one of them.
Yeah. But you were giving Billy a bit of a headache because you know what I mean? When you were sort of playing down in London, you loved the nightlife of London. No, London was a great place.
I loved it. Billy let me go. Billy, listen, I didn't go down at the weekend when we had the midweek game and about down. I'm going to be honest with you, lads. I wish I'd done half the things I'm supposed to have done. You know, but it's just not true. But, you know, great stories. I mean, I've heard stories told that I left a nightclub at 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, and played the following day and scored 2 goals. Well, that certainly didn't happen, but it's a good story.
It's a great story, yeah. But I won't put it past you, like.
What player he is. But it never, I used to go to London when we didn't have a midweek game. If I had a midweek game, I wouldn't go.
Right.
Because I knew invariably I'm going to be late on a Monday. So I knew all that. So, you know, so you can't go when there's a midweek game. So I stayed up in Glasgow and went out. But I like going out in London. I like the place. I like everywhere you go, it's different people you're meeting. You know, every night you go out in London, it's different places, and I just loved. Yeah, I was down there for a few years. You know, so I enjoyed it.
Because I was working in London the time you were playing for West Ham, and I can see where you came from. The whole nightlife in London was just, it was something different. Now, you're walking down the street.
I'm going to be honest, there used to be a boy from Milton in Glasgow. I've met Jack Nicholson, you know, Johnny Depp, Jude Law, I mean, Rod Stewart, Elton John, George Michael. I mean, boy from Milton. Met all these guys.
I bet you Jack Nicholson said to you, Jesus, there's Frank McAvennie.
I was too happy because I was talking to all his girls.
Brilliant.
It was just the way he turned into The Shining, so I left him.
I was scary.
But it was great. But the best one that I absolutely adored was the great George Best. A wonderful man.
Yes.
It was great to meet guys that, you know, I've heard all the stories about him and all that, but he was with the same business manager or agent. So that's where I got to know him. But it was great to me, honestly. I loved him. I loved this place in London. There's a place called Blondes.
Right.
In Dover Street in London, which was brilliant. Great restaurant and wine bar. It was just magnificent, honestly. I used to go in there quite often just to make sure the job was all right, as you can get.
Oh, of course.
It was a wonderful place.
And that was George's restaurant, in London?
I was in London, Dover Street in London. There's a place called Blondes, yeah.
Right. There's so many stories about George Best over here. I actually found George Best in a bar in the 80s here, just having a quiet drink in the corner, and I went, geez, there's George Best. And I went over. He says, you alright, pal? This was on the Falls Road, believe it or not. You know, George came from the other side, but there was never any sort of sectarianism within George. And he says, I just wanted a quiet pint somewhere where nobody would annoy me. And I says, that's fine, George. I'm away. So, you know what I mean? He was a great fella.
He always, to be fair, can't speak highly enough. He always did time for me. Even when he was drunk, you know, he was always, you know, he always did time for me. So, yeah, a lot of respect.
You were comparing Miss Worlds, I reckon.
No, he had. I hadn't even spoke to one, and he had 4. So, so trust me, there was no comparison.
No comparison. George used to come out with some yards. Brilliant. But here, let's concentrate on your Celtic career coming to an abrupt end. We were, to be honest, when you talk about Kenny Dalglish leaving, the time you left Celtic, I was gutted, absolutely gutted.
Well, Big Billy asked me to stay at the end of the season, and I says yes, because he told me I wasn't getting my money.
Right.
You know, the old board weren't giving it, and he says, "Will you stay at the end of the season?" And, you know, and I says, "Yeah." And he says, "Right, okay." He says, "Well, you," and he'd this was the Monday, and then he slaughtered me on the Friday. This was the Wednesday, and then he slaughtered me on the Friday. Obviously, looking after his job now. And he says, if he wants to leave, he can leave and all that. And I'm going, well, you've just asked me to stay at the end of the season. And he didn't have an answer for me. I knew it was not him. It was the PR brigade at Celtic. And he said to me, you're playing tomorrow against Hearts in the quarter-final. I said, what? I said, you've just slaughtered me in front of the fans. And he went, you can handle it. And I slammed the door, and I wasn't too happy. He told me Craig came after me and said, look, just do it, make it your last. And, you know, and I ran my socks off, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Within about half an hour, the fans were singing Mac, I Must Stay. And there's a photo, somebody got a photo of me giving the V sign. Well, no, it wasn't the V sign, it was a finger to the board. It wasn't, people thought it was to Billy, it wasn't Billy. Billy's my gaffer, you know, I always call him gaffer, but it was to the board, you know, because the promises that they made me just didn't. Basically, I came to Celtic for less money than what I was on at West Ham, so.
Yeah, that's no doubt about that. You played as a supporter?
I couldn't play for them, so. But it was good. They owed me a lot. They owed me quite a bit of money. So it was Jim White, actually. He was at STB at the time, and he caught me at Glasgow Airport. And I was sitting in a corner crying, and he switched the cameras. I told the guy to switch the cameras off because he knew what it meant to me. I didn't want to leave, but I couldn't work for people that didn't want to pay me, you know, and just
it's the treatment, isn't it?
Face, you know, just lie in my face.
Yeah, it's the treatment,
you
especially
know,
when you're loved.
Because basically it was because we won the league and they're going, we've done it, and that's when the decline started. When we don't care now because they've done it. And it's impunity, and I'm going, what kind of attitude's that, you know?
Yeah, they never followed it through because, as I said, when they were getting into a poor season the following season, then the shit basically hit the fan over the next lot of years, and of course you returned at one stage, but we'll save that for another day, Maga, because we're under lockdown, as you know. We're going to keep this going.
Give me a couple of weeks and I'll carry on with it.
Yeah, yes, we'll do the second part, but before you go, I know, because I want to do that, and you've been so brilliant. You get up in near enough an hour and a half of your time here, but
oh my God, I could talk for days. Don't worry about it.
Sure, I'll be keep you here then. I just want to get this over.
Whenever you get a free slot, give me a phone a couple of days before it and let me know.
Yeah, brilliant. Because I want to do the second half of your Celtic career. But before you go, there's so many, because it's, you know what I mean, we're broadcasting here from Belfast. And I was at the game away back in 1992 when you signed for Cliftonville. How did it happen, Frank? Jesus. And we loved you for one game.
We talked about that. There was a deal done with that. It was changed the course of football, because I was going to Hong Kong on the Friday, and Cliftonville asked me to sign it, and you could only sign for a month. That was the minimum you could sign for.
Right.
And I says, I can't. You know, my agent said, you can't. He's going to Hong Kong on the Friday. So they said, well, why don't you sign for a month and we'll release you on the Wednesday? so that's what happened. I loved it. I mean, we won the semi-final, didn't we?
Yes, against Ballymena United. But Windsor.
Won the semi-final, and then I went home and went to Hong Kong on the Friday.
We so much wanted you back, Frank, because we thought we had signed you for the rest of the season. But
it was one of them. I told I was honest with them, but they wanted me for the semi-final. That's what basically they wanted to get the final, which, you know, I get pulled in for the penalty, so I helped them out. So.
Oh, big time. Can you remember anything about the game? Can you remember any of the players?
Nah. I remember them all talking to me after it, and all the cameras and all that, saying, you look forward to the final. I'm saying, I went out that night, and I met up with George, actually. He was in Belfast that night.
Yeah.
And so,
Maga, do you know how they got on the final?
No. They get beat, didn't they?
Of course they get beat. The Cliftonville were going through. the worst run that they could possibly imagine. The club that were hitting finals, semi-finals, and just constantly getting beat in them, losing penalty shootouts. I think it was 12 penalty shootouts in the trot that lost. It was awful. But you scored that night. Can you remember the fans singing? Because I always remember looking at you when we were all doing this, and we were all singing, Frankie, bless yourself, Frankie. And you were going, no, because you must have been told, here, don't be, whatever the Cliftonville fans tell you, don't be doing it. And I could see you, no sort of waving your hands.
I know, it was one I couldn't do it. I was warmed off.
Yeah.
I used to do it before every game. I done it before a game. I do it before every game. And it's not just because it's a signed show for people, it's just because I'm a Catholic and just that's what I that's the big man to give a hand out, you know. That's basically what it's for.
Oh, brilliant. Go ahead, Declan. Jump in.
Yeah, just last question, Frank. See, from that centenary team, probably apart from yourself, who do you think was the best player in the squad at that time?
I think that Paul was, for me, was world class. I thought Paul was world class. Paul McStay, honestly. Yeah. But in saying that, I thought that the whole reason we won was because we were a team. It was more a team than anyone in Scotland, because we had this superstar. But Paul was great, honestly. Tommy Burns, magnificent. Wee Joe, quality. But listen, Rangers had all the superstars, big English players and all that, and we just battered them because we had more heart than it. And that's what I thought. So when people say to me, you've got to say Paul McStay, but I just give credit to the team, because we were all together and we fought for each other. You know, and that's why we won.
Yeah. And out of what that centenary team, who would you have said would have been the nearest to rival you for charisma in a nightclub?
Oh, none of them. Big White, Derek White.
Derek White. I'd hear about Derek. He was a good-looking fella.
He's a good-looking boy. He was a good-looking model. No,
yes. Anton, that come anywhere near? No. Where'd he come in?
Anton. He used to stay with Big Alan. He used to go back to the house quite a lot.
Oh, right.
Brilliant. What a laugh he too.
Brilliant. And out of the whole centenary team, who would you have says would have been your best buddy?
But no, I'm going to be honest with you, we were all pals. See, we each other. Honestly, it's as if we all met up for the centenary last year, or it was 2 years ago, the anniversary, and Joe organised it, and we all met up, and I swear that it was as if 5 minutes, and my missus said, Joe, it's as if you're still in the dressing room, we're all slagging each other, and it was just brilliant. It was just really good. Never away, we were all pals. I mean, really, we were all pals.
Yeah, brilliant. Maga, it's been an absolute honour and a privilege to host you on here, and you're everything that we know you are. You're just a brilliant person, a superstar to us.
Listen, dude, honestly, give me a call in a couple of weeks when you're free, and I think you put me on again, we'll do it again.
Yes, and we'll continue on from
part 2.
Yep, your South China days right up until your Liam Brady and Lou McCarry days. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, that should be interesting, yeah.
Yes, you've been an absolute superstar. I can't thank you enough.
Cheers, guys.
Right,
Maga, legend. God bless you, mate.
Take care, boys.
All the best,
Take
mate.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.